Now, to end off, the Oscar Pistorius case, it was incredibly high profile, but it's not the most high-profile case you've done. You've worked on a few of them, yet somehow that case catapulted you and everybody in that courtroom, including Advocate Rue, to almost pop culture status. Was that a strange thing for you, having people put it to you on every street corner and make posters of you, make memes of you?
Definitely. But may I just say something about the Pistorius matter? You know, at first when there was even talk that it would be live on TV, like a good lawyer, we always oppose everything. So we all opposed. And
of course, as good journalists, we opposed that opposition.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ngasana spoke to us, and he was right. You know, I never knew that people knew so little about South African law. I never knew people knew so little about what happens in a court, about the criminal justice system. You know, to have questions before the trial starts, do we still have a jury? I mean, those questions were asked. I couldn't believe it. Now, after the case ex post facto, we're all very clever. I think the educational value of what happened there by far supersedes anything else. So I'm proud of having been involved in that particular matter, and I'm sure that people understand our legal system. You know, I'm a golfer, so I even received tips about dolus eventualis from the people working in the kitchen at our club, from our caddies at the golf course. So everybody gave me advice about dolus eventualis, and I just thought it was brilliant. You know, people never knew about this, and the next moment everybody is giving you advice about how to apply dolus eventualis. So as far as the Pistorius case is concerned, it's definitely not the most difficult matter I've done, or most stressful, but I'm glad I was involved there.
Well, you were definitely responsible for, I'd say, 90% of the conversations around Bryce during that court case, because it was all we could talk about.
I apologize.
You said something today, and we'll end on this, that was very striking to me, and I think many of us don't think of it, and that's that there is nothing really joyful about ending a case like that, because ultimately it always ends with a bit of sadness. There are lives at stake. It's not something that you celebrate after a case like that.
I've never celebrated the matter. And I mean, if I say something like that, go out and see if you can find people that celebrated with me. I've never celebrated the case. At the end of a case, usually I'm very tired, and you know that immediate relief has its effect. But certainly, at the end of a case, I've got respect for the courts, and sadness is perhaps what you feel after a matter, and you think it could have been so much different. So that's for all the matters that I've dealt with.